Hey guys, it's Lisa with Body Motion Evolution, and I have a little flexibility circuit for you guys, and this one's good to do after a workout. Um, if you don't have flexibility issues, I wouldn't bother with this one, but if you do, it's great. So we're going to start off with it's called a levator scapula stretch. So you're going to take your hand, put it behind your back like this, and then you're just going to grab your head. I'll do this from the front, and you're going to pull it down toward your armpit this way, and then you're going to tip your head toward your armpit like you're smelling your armpit and gently pull your head down this way, and just hold this for about 20 seconds, and then you're going to go switch hands. Bring that hand up behind you as far as you can, turn your head into your armpit again, and if you like this one this to the side, you can also do it this way. You just gently pull, but don't pull hard, just pull really gently. Keep your posture nice and tall as you do this. Alright, so that's number one. Number two, overhead band stretch. Just going to take any kind of a resistance band, bring it up overhead, and hold it back here so you feel a nice big stretch in your chest. If it's too intense and it doesn't feel good, then just make your hands go out a little bit wider, because you don't want to have pain, you just want to feel a good stretch. And if you don't want to just hold the stretch, you don't have to. You can move it up, down, up and down. I like to hold it after I've worked out, but I prefer to move it before I work out. So if you happen to do this before you exercise, move it along. Okay, next one. I'm going to go down to the floor. I'm going to go into prayer pose, basically. My hips are going to stay up a little ways. My arms are going to go out to the front. I'm just going to drop my chest toward the floor, and I'm going to roll. You can see this. I'm going to roll my hands up and then over. So basically I'm trying to rotate my shoulders externally and then internally. So you can really feel a big stretch. You have any kind of impingement in your shoulder, you might feel this, a lot of pinching on the inside when you roll your thumb under. If you do feel that pinching, I would say don't roll it that way. Just go for the external and then the hands flat position. All right, so that is for actually primarily your lat stretch and your shoulder capsule. All right, and then now we're going to have the quad against the wall. This one's really intense, but it's a great stretch. All right, so I'm going to put a knee pad down here because otherwise it's going to hurt. I'm getting in position. I'm going to put one foot up behind me like this, up against the wall. I'm going to bring my other foot, it's a little tricky, forward like this. And then I'm just going to come up to a kneeling position. It's a huge stretch right here in the front of my quad. This is where you should feel it, right down in here. Maybe a little bit up into your hip flexor, but this is more for your quad. And then you're just going to stand up. You want to get as tall as you can. I still have this bad ankle, so I'm doing my best here. And if you want more stretch, you can raise this arm up and then rotate out and backwards toward your stretching leg. So that is the quad stretch. You want to hold all of these for about 20 seconds. And then, of course, you're going to switch sides. All right, now we're going to do the kneeling hip flexor stretch. It's an active stretch. So you're going to put one knee on the floor, one foot up like this. And I actually want my foot a little bit further ahead of my knee. Hands behind your head, and you're just going to lean forward into the stretch. So I'm stretching the hip flexor on, in this case, my right leg. So I'm just going to stay up really tall, stretch in and out of this. Do this for about 20 seconds. And you don't want to let your hips turn or twist or anything like that. You want to keep them facing straight ahead the whole time, because you'll feel a big stretch in the hip flexor. Okay, next we're going to do the Z-sit, which is just real simple. Bend your right foot in front of you, and then your left foot goes behind you like this in a Z. And you want to be able to, your goal is to keep both knees on the ground and have your hands in front of you and be able to sit really, really tall with both butt cheeks on the ground. Now if you're not there yet, no big deal, but you're just going to hold this position. You might feel a little bit of pulling on this, on your obliques and your low back. If anything feels bad, don't do it. Anyway, you're going to sit here, just hold this position for 20 seconds, and then switch sides. which I won't be doing very well because of this ankle, but alright. So then you're going to do the same thing. Sit here, 20 seconds. Normally when my knee would be on the ground, but as you can see, it's having a little trouble. All right, from there, we're going to do an active adductor stretch. That looks like is this. Grab my knee pad again. You're going to stick one leg out to the side like this. Actually, what was I thinking? I have a bad ankle, so I can't do that. All right, so your foot's going to go flat on the floor like this, and you're just going to rock forward and back in this motion here, and then eventually you're going to bring your toe forward and rotate your hip in, and then bring your toe, I guess you can see it, bring your toe back and rotate forward. So the whole thing's going to look like that. That's an interesting shot of the bottom of my shoe. All right, so if you're having trouble with that, you can just keep your foot flat and just work on stretching that adductor muscle. All right, 20 seconds, switch sides. 2 more. This next one is for your psoas, big muscle inside your belly. All right, you're gonna lay flat. Not sure how I should do this here. All right, you're gonna have your right leg straight and your right arm up overhead. Your hand is gonna press against your left knee as you try to extend your right foot and your right hand away from each other. So you're pressing against your thigh with your left hand and stretching yourself apart with the other side. And just hold that for 20-30 seconds. It feels really good. So that's basically turning on a muscle so you can turn off your muscle. It's a nice stretch for this big psoas muscle. And last but not least, the hamstring stretch. You can do that any which way you want. I'm going to do it on the wall. So, well, I thought I was going to do it on the wall. Now let's try this. You can do it on a couch, on a, I don't know, anything you have. All right, so I'm just going to put my foot up on the wall. I want my foot on the floor to be facing the exact same direction. And then I'm just going to reach for the wall. That's it. And if your foot's down here, I don't care, as long as your leg is straight. If you're having a hard time with that one, you can do it this way. Let's see. So you can see me. Oops. You're going to turn your back foot out 90 degrees, your front foot, well, almost 90 degrees. And then you're just going to rotate your hips over that front leg and reach down like this. That should stretch the lower part of your hamstring and potentially a little bit of your calf. It depends on how tight you are right there. Make sure your back does not round like this. You want to keep it flat. And always keep it flat. Do all of these exercises. If you're having trouble with that, have someone help you. Make sure that your back is always staying nice neutral. At the very least, your low back can have a little bit of a little scoop to it, but you never want it to be rounded. Okay, that is bad, bad, bad. It's always going to hurt when that happens. Or if it doesn't hurt, it will. Okay, so that is your flexibility circuit. Hope you enjoyed that. And we'll be back at you with some other goodies soon. Bye.